sideline, there is their head coach. His team coming off a shutout victory last time out. On the other sideline, it is the head coach of the Saints. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. With my partner, Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go here in New Orleans. And a decent return there. We'll get this up just shy of the 30. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
You know you have a good week, Mike, when it takes all 5 fingers on one hand just to show how many touchdowns you threw in last week's win. Now, do we expect him to do that 2 weeks in a row? I'm not sure that's real. This high of a level, you're going to have a strong chance to win every single week.
They'll run with the Boise State product, Ashton Jensen. And he'll be forced out of bounds just a couple yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8. It's a gain of 8. So, brings up 37. Here's second and a couple. He'll drop to throw. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven numbers, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He's fought through that first contact. Going to bring up second down. Brings up second and 9. Another run, and again, it's Allen. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. First and second down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a third and long. We'll see if they try something else.
Quick throw, taken in. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, New Orleans. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw.
You don't want him, I'll eat. You don't want him, I eat your breast.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. On the RPO, he'll just flip it forward, and he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. It is third and long.
Ready? 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Ready.
Back to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play. Carlson's kick is good. And the Saints are out to an early 3-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Eagles offense ready now for their second drive. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. Hey, he did a nice job there, sidestepping tackles on his way to a pickup of 8. There you get a look a week ago as a part of their victory. Just shy of midfield. Here's second down. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And that's going nowhere. Thrown down. Literally and awkwardly. Right at the line of scrimmage.
You come across on a jet sweep, Mike. You're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Makes things difficult defensively. And it sets up fourth down.
Well, I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single first down through the first two drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their third series to see if they can make it happen.
Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark, but he is short. They've held him on fourth down. What a stand. They'll run with Allen. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
He'll look to throw. He'll step up and run. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the first down.
First and 9.
Now, faking the give. Headed left, buying time. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Here we go, here we go.
They're going to put a man in motion to the right. Back to the air again on second and 10. The pass rush gets home and he goes down. Abdul Carter. What a first month he is putting together. That's his 4th sack already. So, backed up after. On the handoff, it is Allen. And they go backwards here again. The defense stands tall, and it's fourth down.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Volume on that one.
On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And punch there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that one.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. That's going to bring up a third down. Off the play fake. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Here comes the Eagles punt team. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. This brought in out past the 20. That is good coverage by the punt team as they beat him and bring him down. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14.
Hop 70, hop 70.
They'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Dontavian Wicks. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Saints out on top. More from New Orleans after this. Third down and 3. It's the Saints begin. They begin with under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Abdul Carter. What a first pass. He's pulling together his 3rd sack of the game. So, on 4th down, Austin McNamara is going to come in here to punt. Over the scene for a moment, was taken down after a solid return. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule, the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Who kick it out the back of the end zone, and I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal, 4-3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember were a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of on a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent is your 3-yard. They would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points at 6 yards. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is, I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations, because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line, because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL are a lot like the people who play the video game. Let's go for it on 4th down. We're seeing it more, and it adds to the excitement of the NFL in 2025. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is...
Just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Saints offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as